Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a commentary video for you. This time I am talking about the GI Joe Classified VAMP by Hasbro. This was put up for pre-order on Friday, October 27th, 2023. And their price is $99.99 for this. I think it's overpriced, but let's take a look at what it is. Here we have a picture of the figure, accessories, and vehicle, and the box that it comes in. It looks like a very nice box. The picture looks okay to me. And on the bottom right of the box is the figure behind a window. This is just like the way they sold the vehicles and action figures for GI Joe way back in the 80s, so I like that. It looks pretty nice. So let's take a look at some more details here. Here's a nice look at the VAMP and the accessories and the figure. There's Clutch. It looks like Clutch has tattoos on his forearms. And a nice set of accessories there. A couple of weapons for him. Some extra tools. And an extra helmeted head. So this could be a troop builder. Although at $100 each, that's very hard to build up an army, or it would be very expensive to build up an army of these, but it's a very nice looking vehicle. At this larger scale, at the 1/12 scale, or the 6-inch scale, it looks like they were able to squeeze in some more details that the original VAMP did not have, because it was at a smaller 1/18 scale or 3 3/4 inch scale. So it looks really nice. I'm not sure if the tires are rubber or if it's hard plastic, and I don't recall them talking about what the tires were made of. But it just looks like a really nice vehicle. I think this is one of my favorites out of all the GI Joe vehicles, because it just looks so cool. And it's pretty easy to play around with. Put the figure in it and push it around. So very easy. However, I don't think it's a very realistic military vehicle. If they're going to be driving into a battle, they have open space all around them, so the driver and passenger would be easy targets. So not realistic for the real world, but still nice as a toy, and it was good in a cartoon and comics. Here we have a look at the VAMP and the figure next to each other, and it kind of helps us determine how large the VAMP actually is. So assuming the figure is 6 inches or a little more than 6 inches, it looks like the VAMP is maybe 5.5 inches tall, not including the guns on the back. It does have nice details there, and it might be about 5.5 to 6 inches wide, and at this angle it's really hard to tell, but I would think it's less than 12 inches long, maybe 10 inches long or 11 inches long. I don't recall them talking about the exact dimensions before, but it's nicely sized for a vehicle that holds 2 characters, or maybe 3 if there's one hanging on the back. But it looks pretty nice. Here I have a couple of pictures. On the top left is the VAMP being handled by Lenny during the Hasbro 10/27 live stream, or they recorded the stream for 2023. And on the bottom right is the video where Bobby Vala from Valaverse was showing off the test shot for the Action Force Vanguard. And if we look at their hands, Lenny's hands in the top left and Bobby's hand in the bottom right, we can try to guess at how large the vehicles are. And it looks like the Vanguard really is much larger. It'd be much harder to hold in one hand. And if we look at the VAMP, it really does look much smaller. Unless Lenny is huge. He might be huge, but it looks like we could easily hold the VAMP in one hand without worrying about it falling or breaking. So the Vanguard really is much larger than the VAMP. And the Vanguard is expected to be sold for about $184.99, while the VAMP is being sold for $99.99. And I think the VAMP is way less than half the size of the Vanguard. So the price should be less than half the price of the Vanguard. And the VAMP is more than half the price of the Vanguard. So I think we're not getting enough value for the money that we're being asked to pay for the VAMP. It looks like the Vanguard would be a better deal overall. We get a larger vehicle, more plastic, more features, opening doors. We can change out the turret on the top with a rocket launcher system, whereas with the VAMP you can hold 2 figures with no doors, maybe 3 figures with one hanging on the back, whereas with the Vanguard it was estimated at maybe 6 sitting in the vehicle, 1 on the turret, and 4 more hanging onto the side. So many more characters can ride the Vanguard, although not very comfortably. So as much as I like the VAMP, I do like the Vanguard too, although this is only a test shot. It's not completed, it's not painted. It's expected to have at least 2 colors. Pretty soon a tan color and a gray color, so it should look nice. And it would be nice to have both of them to create a nice battle scene or a convoy, something like that. However, the price of the VAMP, I think, is just way too high, and the value is just not there. Plus, Hasbro has been having trouble with their quality, where their plastic action figures are falling apart in people's hands while they're just bending it. So we don't know what will happen with the GI Joe Classified vehicles. So we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching my commentary. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Which one is a better deal, the Vanguard or the VAMP? Which ones do you plan to buy? Do you plan to get both of them, or only one or the other, or neither one? So please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews and commentary. I'll see you next time. Bye.